everybody, Backyard Bullion here. Welcome one and all to episode 106 of In Focus Friday. Now last week we had a look at some Canadian hand-poured silver. It was Canadian Silver Savers Maple Leaf, very cool piece indeed, and he sent through a couple of very nice silver Canadian coins too. So if you haven't checked that out, please do go have a look. The link is down in the description below. Now in last week's episode there was a vote, and as you have probably seen on the table, the winning items were not one of the pieces that I featured last week, and that's because I have these two gold coins for a very brief time, but I'll tell you a little bit more about those in a moment. So the mermaid coin was the winner from last week's vote and will be featured in next week's episode of In Focus Friday. So if you want a sneak peek of it, make sure you stick around to the end of this episode. Now the reason that we are interrupting our regular scheduled programming to bring you these 1 ounce gold Queen's Beast coins is because, and very sadly, they are not my coins. They have been gracing the Backyard Bullion table for a very brief amount of time because I'm acting as a sales intermediary for both of these coins via the Silver Forum, and I thought it would be a great opportunity to actually get both of these coins up close to the camera and have a look at them. The Queen's Beast series needs no introduction. It is an amazing series, and if you haven't checked out my my video overview of the series to date that I put out last Wednesday, then it's well worth a look because it's shaping up to be an incredible series. And in that series we have the 1 ounce gold coins, which are, having seen them all in person, I've now seen 3 in person. I've picked up the Queen's Beast 1 ounce gold lion for myself, and I've now seen these coins, and it's reinforced my desire to get the entire collection in 1 ounce gold because they are very special. I would like to say that this, I mean, beyond it being an ounce of gold and being incredibly special because it's an ounce of gold, I think that the design on the gold looks better than the silver, and the fact that this is a large gold coin, a 1 ounce gold coin, is equally as stunning. So in my opinion, this is the best coin in the series to collect, and we've seen some incredible growth of premiums on these coins over the last couple of months, and notwithstanding the release of the Falcon. So the release of the Falcon has pushed up a lot of the premiums on the coins which are no longer in production, and it seems like the winner, the biggest winner of all of those premium pushing kind of endeavors is the Griffin. A very interesting thread was put up on the Silver Forum by a Silver Forum member who compared the premiums before the Falcon came out and then after the Falcon came out, and it seems like the Griffin anyway on a number of dealers' websites they are the most valuable one of the series. So very interesting indeed to look at as a series, and I have no doubt I'm going to be targeting these to try and get them. Of course the issue now is finding a 1 ounce gold Griffin at a decent price. Now that is exactly what a member of the Silver Forum has done, because they have purchased both of these coins, and I'll tell you a little bit more now about the story of the intermediary services which I'm offering here in this particular trade. Now the seller of these coins is somebody that I've actually done some business with before. I've bought some coins off him in the past, and he was quite happy to do that and send me the coins on spec without me paying up front, so that I could examine them, make sure they were real, and then pay him. And that's a mark of a fantastic attitude for a seller, for a new seller. I've talked about sales on private sort of forums, private sales basically being quite risky and difficult if you're a new seller, because obviously there's a lot of skepticism out there. People will be worried about fake coins and recourse if they were to be sent a fake coin, especially if they've paid up front. So for this seller to have the right attitude to be able to send the coins to me for verification when I made a purchase was a great thing, and he used that to his advantage in the sense that I was able to give him a review of his selling process and help give other buyers confidence. However, he is still a new seller, and the buyer on the Silver Forum that wanted to purchase both of these coins was quite happy to do so, but he suggested that instead of both parties, because at the end of the day this guy is also a relatively new member to the forum, the buyer, and there's always that element from the seller's point of view that you don't know who it is, and if you're sending the coins unpaid for to somebody you don't know, that's always a bit of an odd thing. So the buyer, who's also done business with me, and this is a brilliant thing about being a seller and being a big seller on the forum and various other avenues, is that he suggested that I act as an intermediary as long as I was happy with it. And I had a think about it, and there is obviously an element of, I suppose, risk that one would take as a intermediary, in the sense that I'm the one that's responsible for verifying whether these coins are real. So I put together a few little T's and C's about that and how I can't really be held accountable if it's later found that these coins are not genuine. you know, I like to think I know a lot about coins, and I know a lot about silver and gold right now, and I'm quite comfortable in testing these coins to my ability, so I'm able to do accurate weights and measurements on them both, and if needed, if some of those weights and measurements weren't necessarily putting up sort of the right results, I'd be able to do a specific gravity test from home. But obviously I don't have an XRF machine, I can't chemically test these coins, and assuming that both the buyer and the seller were happy with that process and that verification process that I can offer, then we're good to go. And they were. And you know, I charge a very small fee on that service, and of course I then have the ability to be able to show both of these coins with you guys here on In Focus Friday. So there's a lot of benefits to be had for me as a intermediary, and that's really, really cool. So it's the first time I've done it. It's something which I'd like to explore a little bit more of, and perhaps do more of in the future, because it's not only a great way of me being able to get hold of coins which I wouldn't necessarily be able or willing to buy, but able to get them, and it also helps the community out, gets people, you know, reputation, seller's reputation, buyer reputation either, gets them a little bit higher, which is of course a really good thing all told. So that's my thoughts on it. I'd love to know your opinions on, you know, the intermediary services that I was offering in that particular situation. I'd also like to know your thoughts on it generally, if you've done it, or if you're thinking about doing it, or if you're from a seller or buyer point of view, if you think about the things that you might want out of that kind of situation. It'd be very interesting to get your thoughts and opinions on it, so please do comment down below. But today is In Focus Friday, so let's just very quickly admire these two coins. They are absolutely sublime. This series is really shaping up to be something very special indeed, and I have no doubt that when all 10 of these designs are out and laid out on a table like I did last Wednesday, that they will be a sight to behold, and I would love to know your guys' opinions on the series to date. Now, in this particular video, let's have a competition, because the Dragon and Griffin are, in my opinion, the two, perhaps with the Lion as well, the two really kind of sublime designs. They're the ones that excite me the most. They are, in my opinion, the Griffin is the best. Not that I'm trying to sway the vote, but it'd be very interesting to get a public opinion poll going on these two coins. So please vote down below if you prefer the Griffin or if you prefer the Dragon. That would be quite interesting to find out. Also, if you have seen the gold versions and the silver versions side by side, let me know whether you prefer silver or gold. So your vote down below should be gold dragon or gold silver, sorry, gold dragon or gold griffin, or silver dragon or silver griffin. That would be very interesting to find out indeed. Now, coming up next week, we have the winner from last week's vote, which was the mermaid. So the mermaid coin was the winner. That's what we're going to feature next time. But I have a whole bunch of In Focus Friday cannon fodder coins, as I would probably call them, which have been clogging up the In Focus Friday box for quite a while now. So we are going to suspend voting for the next couple of weeks, but I do have some really interesting coins to share with you along the way. So for the next couple of weeks, we know what we're going to be looking at. We're going to have a look at the mermaid first, and then we're going to have a look at the rum runner next. So if you'd like to see those episodes of In Focus Friday, then please do subscribe down below. Of course, I've also got my playlist down below with the 105 other episodes of In Focus Friday. So if you'd like to go and backdate, if you're new to the series, I've got a whole array of different coins for you to have a look at. If you liked this episode of In Focus Friday, as always, please put a thumbs up on it and share it around on your social media. That would be very helpful for everything that I do here on my channel. And for those of you who have stuck around to watch to the end of this video, there is something big afoot. Tomorrow we should be having the unboxing of the ridiculous group order, and it's 2,000 ounces of coins plus some very, very heavy bags of silver shots. So it is going to be a sight to behold. If you needed no better reason to subscribe than that, then make sure you do. Otherwise, that is all I have to say today. Thank you so much to everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of In Focus Friday, and please remember to like, share, comment and subscribe for more.